Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Two Nights of Wrestle Kingdom episode, as it is a ginormous episode, to say the least, for the New Japan Pro Wrestling series using TEW 2020, as we have, the biggest shows of the year happening this episode. Before we get to that, though, we do have two Road 2 shows, and then we'll obviously follow it up with the Dash show. As far as the card goes, it looks a little something like this. As far as the opener will be a 2v2 v2v2 junior heavyweight tag match, with the winner taking on the junior heavyweight tag team champions, which are the Lucha Brothers, on night 2. So it's going to be Punky 3K, Ray Horse and Flamita of Mexa Blood, Alex Reynolds and John Silver of Dark Order, and then 1 or 8 of Raisuke Taguchi and Master Wado. So that should be very, very fun. As far as the rest of the card, they have some graphics as the first blood match between Togi Makabe and Minoru Suzuki, which should be quite the fun little match there. I'm very, very excited to see how it plays out, as Makabe and Suzuki, two of the veteran old guard members of the roster, and they're going to beat the shit out of each other. Very, very excited for that. As far as the next matchup, it is the IWGP Junior Tag Team title matchup, as it is going to be the Bullet Club team of El Fantasma and Taiji Ishimori taking on the champions of Lucha Brothers and Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix, which should be a pretty fun match. Obviously Ishimori in there with Rey Fenix, that's very, very exciting, and it should be a pretty good match. Should be a pretty good match. As far as from that standpoint, that should be pretty fun. Then the next matchup, it is the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team title matchup, as the Young Bucks, the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League winners, taking on the Kyoak Pitbulls. Can the Kyoak Pitbulls get another big defense here, or will the Young Bucks take the champions out of their title contention as far as their long reign? And will the Young Bucks believe they'll be a two-time heavyweight tag team champions as far as that goes, if they do get the win there? The next match, it is the never open weight title matchup. It is Miro and Zack Sabre Jr. Can the Redeemer win and get the belt and get a big time win in his New Japan Pro Wrestling debut over Zack Sabre Jr.? I'm very excited to see how this match plays out. Zack's been incredible. Miro's done pretty well so far since his debut. And, that's going to be a big time match. That's going to be a lot of fun to see how that plays out. In our co-main event, it is Kazuchika Okada versus Jay White. Of course, doesn't matter what happens with Jay White here. He's already got his main event match with Tetsuya Naito. Obviously, that's going to be for the Intercontinental title, and a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom 14, as far as during the Intercontinental title match between that's not a as far as that goes for Jay White and Tetsuya Naito. So but this is also a Wrestle Kingdom rematch between these two men. Can Jay White again shock the world and beat Kazuchika Okada, or Kazuchika Okada avenge that loss from Wrestle Kingdom and go into? That's a big time match there for him, as far as what's going to happen with him if he wins this match against Jay White. He got a lot of big time matches still left to be booked for day 2. They're already booked, but I'm going to keep them up my sleeve and kind of not reveal what's going on until after this night happens. And of course, our main event, the briefcase holder, after beating the G1 Climax champion, or just the winner of the G1, and Jay White, Kota Ibushi, main event night 1, and takes on Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP Heavyweight title. So it's kind of funny how we got here, but we got here as far as that goes. Obviously, in real life, this match happens, but it's a double title matchup. Plus, Ibushi wins the G1, but loses the briefcase. And here, he lost the G1, but he wins the briefcase. So it's just kind of a lot of polar opposites, but it's only for the heavyweight title. And this should be a very, very fun main event. Again, Tetsuya Naito's been the IWGP Heavyweight Champion since the start of the series here. Will his reign come to an end, or Kota Ibushi start his first ever reign as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion? I'm very, very excited for the card. And, we have also so much, as far as what's going to happen on that second night that I'm very, very excited for. But before we get to that, we're going to go through the Road 2 shows, which I have no idea how we're going to kind of put together, but we'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll have something going here, as, we'll definitely be in Corkin for these shows as Shibata and Kento. Going as he's passing him some microphone work. Do Kento Govan, that's fun there. As I don't know why I wanted to search for a different show, because we're going to keep it in Corkin. As far as what we could do, anything as far as Chaos Bullet Club I think would make a lot of sense. So we can do, as far as, do Jay White. Let's throw G.O.D. out there. And let's throw Taiji Shimori and El Fantasmo. It's suits Kenta. Yeah, we'll do Kenta and Tama just so the match is a little better. So, Kazuchika Okada. We'll do the Tag Team Champions. The Kyoak Pitbulls. Where the hell are they at? Hero. I think Ishii, that's right, Ishii's still hurt. Never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter, we can still use it. We'll just have to do Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, and then we'll do Sho and Yo. We'll do Rocky Romero instead. There we go. That is probably the main event we'll do. It's quite interesting. We've never done this variation of the 5v5 between Bullet Club and Chaos. As we'll have Jay White, actually. We're gonna have Jay White get the win. He's gonna beat Rocky. Here we go. Nice. So as far as kind of what we could do undercard, or at least the co-main event. I was thinking of the Bucks and the Lucha Brothers team. Have the champions. Then against the, not exactly against the challengers. But, I'm trying to think what would be a fun. Because I was thinking, Mexa Blood of Juarez with, we'll throw Ryu Lee out there. Yeah, let's just do a 6-man of that. Let's just do Mexa Blood versus Death Triangle. So we'll do Lucha Brothers with Park, Ryu Lee, and then Mexa Blood of Rey Juarez, Flamita. Nice. We'll have this be set for Steal the Show. Hopefully, again, nobody gets hurt. That would be so depressing if someone got hurt on one of these shows going into Wrestle Kingdom. That'd kill me. That would absolutely kill me. As far as who's going to win this damn thing, we're going to have Pac beat Flamita. Actually, we'll have it be Rey Juarez instead. Just because JR is a little bit worse of the three. So, we'll probably tag match. We'll start now using people that are not on at least the first night of Wrestle Kingdom. Actually, I think I skipped over as far as there's one more match on the card, I believe. At least, yeah, it's the 6-man. That's right. It's between the tag title matches. Brody Lee, Black Taurus and Evil against Sonata, Shingo, and Hiromu. So, that as far as forgot to talk about that. As far as we'll definitely probably build that in the next Road 2 show. We'll probably do a Dark Order Lij, and then maybe have Ibushi team up with Dark Order just to make it as far as like a 5v5 match. Just an idea. Just an idea. Or you probably keep it 4v4 to be honest. So, to kind of go away from using people that are... So, Jeff Cobb and Toinari, they're not on the card. Which kind of stinks, but I believe they're not going to be on the card. There is going to be a Never Open 6-man. There's going to be a Turmoil match. As far as just kind of one after another, kind of like a gauntlet match that's happening to open up the second night. There's also the Rumble too, so I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to be used that I'm just not sure as far as of right now. But as far as that goes, so just kind of keep that in mind as well. So Cobb and RA, think of just the Gods of War. Something similar like that. We've had done this match twice, and each time Superline Destroyers have won. Maybe not. That's a little too formulaic. I will do Davey Boy and Taichi. How about that? Just change it up a little bit. Do a Suzuki-gun. That way it's at least fresh. 14 minutes. We'll have Copy Taichi. Poor Taichi. I mean, here's a man who's beaten Kota Ibushi before in a singles match way back when during the New Japan Cup. Do another tag. Let's see here. I don't want to do like Great Bash Heel and Suzuki Gun or anything like that. We could do Tenkoji though. Tenkoji and the Gods of War. I think we've done this as far as once during the Summer Struggle Tour. And we did the 6-man of this. We can have this be the opener, I guess. We'll have Kojima get the win. Because he's Satoshi Kojima. And he's awesome. Technical Masterclass. There we go. So, and then we'll just kind of fill the rest of the card out. See what we can do singles-wise, just to, again, change it up. We'll have Kento out there. Let's do Kento and Robbie Eagles. Just because, again, Robbie Eagles not being on this card is tough, but hopefully we can put him in the Never Open Weight 6-man tag team Turmoil match. Robbie Eagles be getting the win, obviously. So it's quite an interesting card to have that not be, as far as the Young Lion match versus the Established Guy match, and have that be on a little later, but that's alright. We'll have Hayato Tamura involved as well, which, I guess, if their experience is at 25, they come out of Young Lion stage, so we're pretty close to having Hayato Tamura being ready for just his push. Shotaro Shino, again, not being involved is a crime as well. He's someone that definitely should be involved, but just that's the shitty thing about being someone who's not involved in the stable or anything. Sometimes you just kind of get lost, even though you're so talented, but I need to have a spot for him at the same time. Maybe, I guess we could just do a Shino and him in Hayato Tamura. We've never done this before. Obviously, this is going to be a banger because of Shotaro Shino, but I would actually really love to see this match once Tamura is established, too. 11 minutes. Alright. Weird card, but, it's going to get saved definitely by the main event and the co-main, but we'll see how it goes. As far as a 46 for the opener, Kojima with a 50, 40 for Victor Kratos, 38 for Tenzan, and 32 for Connor, as Kojima, not even with the Koji there, or a lariat, just a sit-out spinebuster, and 16-10. Ooh, 38 for Robbie Eagles and Kendo Coben as the pulse drop for Robbie Eagles in 9:38. Not great, but Robbie Eagles was 51 though. So 59 for Shotaro Ashino and Hayato Tamura as Ashino with a T-bone suplex in 11:05, so that gets a 59. It's a 54 for the Super Island Destroyers and David Boy Smith Jr. and Tai Chi of Suzuki-kun as the Super Island Destroyers get the win with Jeff Cobb pinning Tai Chi with the Tour of the Islands in 14:23. It's a 53 for Honore, 53 for David Boy Smith Jr., 50 for Jeff Cobb, and a 39 for Tai Chi. It's a 68 co-main. Thank God nobody got hurt. As Pac with the corkscrew shooting star press in 12:23. We got Pac with a 67 rather for Ray Phoenix, 63 for Ryu Lee, 56 for Pentagon Jr., 56 for Flamita, and then 46 for Ray Horace. Main event's a 67. Oh, and we have an injury as Ishimori hyperextends his elbow. Just great. Just great. Hopefully he'll be able to work. That would suck if he can't. Okada was a 90 though. That's fucking crazy. Definitely the best guy of the match, followed by Kenta. And then Jay White's 63rd, which he gets outperformed by Ishimori. And 60 for Rocky Romero, 57 for Goto. As a 51 for Tama Tonga, then 49 for Sho, and then Yo and El Fantasma with the worst ratings with the 47s. Yeah, hopefully Ishimori's not seriously hurt. Goddamn Bro 2 shows. I knew I shouldn't have done them. But that's alright. I just felt like we needed to do something as far as some type of legitimacy to the, just as far as we don't just have it be the Wrestle Kingdom shows, but I know better. I should have just been like, yep, fuck the Road 2 shows. But that's okay though. We hopefully, luckily it was nothing ginormous. Luckily it wasn't like an Okada injury or anything like that. But it does suck though still, nonetheless. As we'll see how the injury is, and then we'll obviously do the second night. Okay, it's been worked through. Whew. We got saved. On to the second night here. Back-to-back nights in Corkin. Again, hopefully nobody gets fucking hurt in this main event. 8-man tag. We'll have, obviously, Naito. Oh. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't. We'll just do it like this, so it's a little faster anyways. Sonata, Shingo, and Hiromu. And then Ibushi with Dark Order, Brody Lee, Evil, and Black Taurus. Alright, so, yeah, I'm not going to give it so much time this time around. We'll just give it 22 minutes. We're going to have Ibushi beat Sonata. Alright. Yeah, loving that. There we go. Co-main is going to be that's tough, because I want to do the Young Bucks and someone. So we'll just kind of see what we could do. I was kind of thinking having like a maybe that's a little too like breaking the wall, because I was gonna have, obviously we're gonna do a Stardom tag match to do the have the pre-show on the second night. It's gonna be Hana, Kimura, and Jungle Kiona as teaming up against Julia and then Saya Kamatani. So I was thinking maybe doing something like having Hana Kimura teaming up with the Bucks, and then having Julia team up with, but that's just a little too breaking the meta of New Japan, even though they've done the gender stuff in the past. Just feel like that might be a little too much. Plus, we only loaned them for one night, so probably shouldn't do that too, from that perspective. Yeah, just kind of now we're kind of running into the kind of the shitty part of like, well, we don't want to go too crazy, and then at the same time, we kind of have to figure something out as far as what to actually do for this show. We are kind of running out of options. Yeah, we got Shelly in there too. We can have Shelly team up with him. Kind of like a dream team scenario. Actually, we could do the Bucks and Miro, and then we'll do Zack with Tai Chi and Davey Boy. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but here we are. As far as I guess we could have it be Steal the Show. As we're gonna have Miro beat Davey Boy. There we go. I mean, it's certainly a match. Makes no sense, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's use the Crime Time players, even though they're not really over in Japan. Maybe, yeah, Crime Time players, GOT. Done this before, and it's a strong taping. We'll keep it down to 12, and we'll have Tama get the win. There we go. And we'll kind of follow the same type of path as far as another, 2 Young Lion matches back to back. So we'll have Yota Tsuji, whose experience is like 4, which is not a great sign. We could do him and Hanma, which we've kind of done as far as we've never done a singles match between Hanma and Yota Tsuji. 10 minutes. Hanma getting the win. And as far as the next one, as far as we could use Carl Fredericks. Yeah, I mean, as far as I guess it's gonna be Kento. We've done before. It was on Strong Taping in June. 11 minutes. Fredericks gets the win. And the opener, probably a 6-man of Team Filthy against somebody. Let's exclude Book so we can get it. I will use Garcia. Josh Alexander. Let's do Shelly, London. See who that third person's gonna be. At least it's gotta make sense. Yeah, we could do Fred Yeh, I guess. It's not really over in Japan. I guess it doesn't matter though. It's the opener, and we're gonna have it be for a technical masterclass. And we're gonna have Josh get the win. He's gonna beat London. Actually, Fred Yeh. That's certainly a match. Alright, so we got day 2 ready to go again. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. It's a 53 for the opener. Josh Alexander pinning Fred Yeh after the TKO. Alex Shelley being the fucking man with a 64. And then Josh with a 51. 40 for Garcia and Yehai. 38 for Tilthy Tom. And then 37 for Paul London. It's a 37 for this match with Carl Fredericks and Kento Koben, as Fredericks with a 48. 38 for Kento. Yep, just not really over. It's a 45 for Hanma and Yota Tsuji. It's Hanma with a win in 10-17. It's a 51 for Hanma, 26 for Yota Tsuji. 52 for the Crown Time players and Guerrillas of Destiny. I'm surprised the pop is there, but it is, thank God. It's Tama and Tongaloa get the win over the Crown Time players with Guerrilla Warfare in 1208. 66 for Miro with the Bucks against Suzuki-gun as Miro with the Bullplex on David Boy Smith Jr. And Zach was the best guy in the match, followed by Nick Jackson, then Miro and Matt with the 59s, then David Boy Smith Jr. with the 49, and Taichi with the 42. And about that, a 73 main event. Again, nobody gets hurt, thank Christ, as the Dark Order team with the Kota Ibushi beats Los Ingobernables de Japón, which probably shouldn't have happened. Usually like this, to have the established team beat the team that's teaming up with somebody new. But that's alright, as I want to give the challengers a nice little win there, as far as Ibushi getting some momentum into the Wrestle Kingdom match. Beating Sanada with the Kamigori. But Naito with a 73, 71 for Brody, and then a 69 for both Sanada and Ibushi, 67 for Shingo, 66 for Hiromu, 61 for Evil and Black Taurus, rounding up the group to 51, or 52 rather. Got the crowd hotter for the main event, and it was definitely, I think, was the better night of the two. There is that, and that is our Road 2 shows before Wrestle Kingdom. So, obviously, Wrestle Kingdom's going to be a little while, so we'll be simming up to that. And it should be a pretty fun show now. Thank God nobody's hurt, and hopefully, I think Ishimori's injury will just be healed by the time that match happens. If not, we might push it back a day. Who knows? We'll kind of see. Even though that's a bit cheating, but that's alright. As we'll have to kind of bend the rules sometimes to combat some injuries and whatnot. It's not like it matters anyways, because it's fucking, really, as far as it should probably take place during the weekend instead of like a Thursday and Friday. But that's alright. What's going on here? Oh, it's a pay raise for Kingston. Yeah, 75%. Sure. On to, I guess we'll have a strong taping too before then. So yeah, we'll obviously do the strong taping and then Wrestle Kingdom. Alright, so before we run the show, I do want to go through, I almost forgot about this, so I'm glad I remembered. I want to run through the Power 500, just seeing where everybody's at. So Randy Orton won Wrestler of the Year, which is pretty comical. Kevin Owens was second. Kevin Steen, that was pretty cool to see. Cena third, Bryan fourth, Rey Mysterio fifth. That's pretty great. As far as non-WWE people, I think Omega's the highest at 19th. It's Psycho Clan at 24. That's pretty awesome. So, we got LA Park and Pac as far as guys we have signed. Even though we've never used LA Park yet, because obviously we're waiting for Jesus Christ, we're waiting for Fantastica Mania to start. As far as everybody in New Japan, we'll just kind of take a look and see where everyone's at. So Naito is 52nd, which is pretty embarrassing. I would love to have someone in like the top 20, but that's just kind of where we're at. Okada's 54th. Pentagon Jr. is 55th. Ishii's 66. Burley 68. Shingo. Then we have Miro, as obviously being a part of WWE. Figured he would rank pretty high. Same thing with Samurai Del Sol. Phoenix 80th. Kenta's 83rd. That's pretty cool. Valdo Jr., who we didn't use at all, because obviously waiting on, again, Fantastica Mania. Evil's 100th. So Rome was 101. Surprised that's kind of low, because obviously he had a tremendous King of Pro Wrestling, but also, at the same time, the ladder match with Ishimori, I mean, that shouldn't have went so bad, but that's neither here nor there. Kind of want to go slow, because, obviously we have a lot to go on here. Because Yoshihashi was 223rd. Black Taurus 222. As King Mo was the last person at 452. It's funny, Eric Stevens got a rating at 444. Josh Alexander is definitely going to be higher. I'm assuming next year. Hana Kimura, obviously, we'll only get to see her as far as for New Japan. Only for this one time, I don't know, unless we use her again for Wrestle Kingdom. Francesco got 314. It's pretty cool. Kashidamala, 258. Jeff Cobb made it to poor Minoru Suzuki at 208. not great. Juice at 186. Yeah, I mean, was hoping for a little bit more. Obviously, having the roster that we have, would assume we would have had a lot more. But it is what it is, I guess. Yuji Nagata made it at 450. Just now saw that. So did Despy. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely have more people, I'm sure, next year. Now that we'll have a full year to book and whatnot. I guess we can go through the rest of the awards, which nothing too crazy happened. Tag Team of the Year is Big E and Kofi. Young Wrestler of the Year was Sanson, which he's the CMLL World Trios and World Tag Champ right now. That makes sense. He's 65th in the world. Veteran of the Year was Cena. Female of the Year was Becky Lynch. Back to back to back for her. Independent Wrestler of the Year was Kenny Omega, which is funny because obviously he just worked AEW. Yeah, you know, obviously, I guess AEW's not medium size, is what I'm guessing, as I think it's anyone. Oh, yeah, less than medium, yeah. That's I guess AEW was. Size was small to begin with, which I kind of get, but at the same time doesn't really make any sense there as far as the star of the mod. Company of the Year, WWE, Most Improved, it was All Japan. That's pretty cool. Match of the Year was AJ and Bryan at SummerSlam, which got 100. Car of the Year was again SummerSlam, which got a 91. Manager of the Year was Vicky. Announcer of the Year was Mauro Ranallo, and then Paul Heyman, we love color commentator of the year. I'm assuming they have him being the color commentator. If not, it makes no sense. Then John Cone won referee of the year, so obviously a lot of WWE stuff. And yeah, without further ado here, we're at the Tokyo Dome. As I wanted to edit the Tokyo Dome size-wise, because technically the Tokyo Dome could run, I mean, it could probably run with the stage that New Japan uses. It could probably run like 50,000. You know, it'd be a lot of standing room attendance. Obviously, kind of back. You probably, you know, if you're a fan of Japanese pro wrestling or getting into Japanese pro wrestling, you're seeing a lot of those old Tokyo Dome shows. Like, how the fuck did they have 69,000? Most of those were worked, like the Antonio Inoki retirement show. Like, there's no goddamn way they had that many people in the Tokyo Dome show. It wasn't possible. Think now, even with like, you know, you see some of the like the pictures of like 43,000 people, and it's like there is so many goddamn people. Same thing with like the Destiny show, the Noah Destiny show. I think had 57, something like that, announced, which I'm sure it was kind of more of like 50, 52. But that's just kind of, you know, it's all the work. You know, the same thing with like WWE, how they work their attendance numbers for like WrestleMania. It's kind of the same thing. So everybody does it. But you know, it sucks that you can't edit, because I was going to just put it at 43. Probably would have upped it more, knowing that there's 52,000. But weirdly enough, if you go into the editor, I can't even do it during this part, but if you do it just kind of when there's nobody, you know, when you're not booking a show or anything, you still can't edit it, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. So it'll definitely be a sellout. As far as how we should book this, obviously, we know the main event. Oh, we have a backstage incident. Didn't even see that. I was so caught up. Yoshihashi was in fine form before the show. Kept everyone in a great mood with his hilarious road stories. Hell yeah. And Yoshida Kanemaru did the same thing. Oh, but he finding a discarded karaoke machine. Holy shit. Doing karaoke before Wrestle Kingdom would be pretty iconic. Yeah, that'd be pretty great. So, main event. Kota Ibushi, Tetsuya Naito for the heavyweight title. And we do, in fact, have a new heavyweight champion in Kota Ibushi. That's pretty fun. The reign is over for Tetsuya Naito. Let it be known, let the record show that going into this night, his best defense, as far as ratings-wise, was Toru Yano. Got an 81. Did better than the Okada match. Which is just hilarious. It's funny that the Roman match did so bad. Oh, that was because that was a Wrestle Dynasty, that's why. Because that definitely would have been a lot better, too. Interesting reign for Tetsuya Naito. Obviously, almost a year reign. As, you know, just, that's kind of odd. It's 339, when obviously it's from January 5th to, that makes no goddamn sense. But nonetheless, it's definitely basically almost a year reign, just 1 day shy. Don't mind all that shit. I don't know what's going on with with TW logic. Oh, that's right, because uh, the TW months are shorter than the real months. That's right. That's might be why it's so fucked up. Nonetheless, pretty fun right now. I think the prestige actually went down. So I think it started. It went from 90, and then it went obviously down once we started to 89, then to 88 even. Hopefully we can get it back up with this main event here. But yeah, the reign is over, and Bushi's first ever reign starts against Tetsuya Naito, obviously very much like in real life. So, the co-main, Jay White and Kazuchika Okada. So Okada will be getting the win, even with the interference and attack from Kenta. Kenta's going to come out and start some ruckus, as Okada's going to get the win and avenge that loss. And then also, he's going to challenge Kenta afterwards to a IWGP US title match for day 2. So we have a match set for day 2 with Okada and Kenta, which should be pretty fucking awesome. As then for Miro and Zack Sabre Jr., I want to say that is the match that is going on next. Yes, it is. As Miro will be winning, which we're gonna keep Zack strong. Zack Sabre Jr. going to come up short in his title defense. He's had a hell of a reign, though. He's, had 4 defenses in the span of like 30 days. After Tanahashi had to vacate the belt, had it happen as far as for Zack. And, he had a pretty great reign, though. Had the Shingo match, had the Ishii match, was the best match so far that the Reign's ever had. Then the Sonata match, too, which was the second best reign. Or the second best defense, rather, Jesus. But still, definitely elevated the belt for sure. Did Zack Sabre Jr. hell of a reign, and putting over a big-time guy in Miro. I was assuming he was going to be furious about that. Afterwards, though, out comes Hiroshi Tanahashi, who interrupts Miro. Miro proclaiming, just getting on his knees and putting the belt up to the heavens. So that's for God's belt, and Tanahashi comes out, issues the challenge, as a guy who didn't lose the belt, so has a rightful place of having a title match. I don't know why I put day number 2, but we'll just kind of fix that and have that capitalized. So yeah, now we have Miro and Tanahashi set up. We got Okada and Kenta set up, and obviously we know Naito and Jay White. 2 men that lost on the first night, main eventing the second night. It's kind of funny, but that's just kind of how the show was set up. So now we have the heavyweight title matchup of the Young Bucks and the Chaotic Pitbulls. And that reign is also coming to an end, as the Young Bucks will be heavyweight tag team champions. Obviously, the reign of the Chaotic Pitbulls, 7 defenses. Incredible. Really, I thought did a great job. And you're really coming off of the Golden Ace run, which probably would have been pretty good too. But going from, we start out at 50, and now it's going to be at 54, probably be a 55 after this. And we set the belts to floating, so wouldn't be surprised if we can really get it rocking and rolling. There's been some kind of bad title defenses. The Strong taping comes to mind, and even the Wrestle Dynasty show, obviously because they were in America still. But other than that, the Kenta Jay White match was in 82 at Destruction in Kobe. The Dominion match with Evil and Sonata was a 79. Some good stuff. And Brody and Black Taurus was a lot of fun to do. Winning the belts and then having their first defense against Brody Lee and Black Taurus really, I think, solidified that this was going to be a really good reign. Yeah, and I think all in all, 2 thumbs up from me for the Chaotic Pitbulls. They did a really good job as far as really elevating the tag belts, I thought. And the Young Bucks getting the win. So the Golden Elite will officially become a thing. I feel bad Iron Graham was just like, hey, idiot. The Ibushi and the Bucks, they were already a thing. Like, why didn't you have that be a thing during, booking during the tag league and whatnot? Or not really, because I said during the tag league, the Young Bucks are not affiliated with anybody. Really wanted to solidify that this would, they came to New Japan for a purpose to win that tag league, and then they won the tag league, and it was like, oh shit, now big reveal that the Golden Elite are a thing, and they're gonna show off their newly won gold and say, even though we might not have all four of us here tonight, I know he's watching, and I know that Kenny is eyeing a return to New Japan. So just big kind of reveal that's like, hey, Kenny's coming. Not sure when, but wanted to at least throw it out there to hype it up. Because the plan is to bring him in, but I want to keep that again close to the chest as far as when that's going to happen. The Dark Order and LIJ 6-man was next. And LIJ is going to get the win as Shingo's going to beat Evil. Should be pretty fun there. Shingo getting that loss back from Evil during the G1, and having a nice win for LIJ too. As that was a tough one to decide, though. Do we put Dark Order over, or do we have LIJ get the win? It was a tough call, but went with LIJ. And then we'll have the junior tag title matchup of Bullet Club and Lucha Brothers. Lucha Brothers getting the win. As Bullet Club, this is their third time as far as Ichimori and Elfin Tasman faced Lucha Brothers. It was not the charm. They still lost again. And then obviously the match is going to follow the opener. The first blood match, Suzuki and Makabe, and Suzuki's going to get the win. Thought about having Makabe get a win, just because their ratings are kind of similar. But I went with Suzuki. Then the opener, the 2v2v2v2, to decide who's going to take on Lucha Brothers on the next night. It will be a Mexa Blood team of Ray Horace and Flamita, but Ryu Elite, as Ray Horace and Flamita taking on the Lucha Brothers. Just makes sense from that perspective. A lot of people are going to be unhappy on this one. Thought about showing Yo, but just was like, probably better not. And same thing with, and then probably put over Keep Takuchi Strong as well. There we go. So that is Wrestle Kingdom as far as the main show goes. 10 segments as a whole. Obviously, we'll have the Rumble as well to add, which I want to say it's 20. I for some reason I was thinking it was 15. I'm pretty sure it's a 20-person Rumble. Yeah, well, it's a mayhem because it's pinfall submission and it's pinfall submission and over the top. I guess we'll just make it a whole new fucking match as the New Japan Rumble. New Japan Rumble. And then we'll just put 4. And then wait a minute, where the hell? Tone from the ring. There we go. Couldn't find it. I think average prestige is, it's average for the match prestige. I don't know. I feel like that should probably be low. Same thing with that. There you go. New Japan Rumble. Perfect. So we gotta figure out who's gonna be in this damn thing. I know who I want to win. So we have that. So, we got 20 names to the side here. We'll throw Bushi in there. We'll throw Bad Luck Fale out there. And we will throw David Boy Smith Jr. out there. Yeah, Dave Finley Jr. Throw Tenzon out there. Throw Cobb out there. Juice Robinson. Kaji D'Amato. Carl Fredericks. Josh Alexander. Fujinami. Mikey Nichols, I guess. I guess on that one. We can throw Robbie Eagles out there and Rocky Romero. So we got 14, 15 for Kojima. And let's throw Hayato Tamura and Hikuleo out there to make that 17. Throw Shota Umino out there. Taiji out there. Tiger Mask 4 to make it 20. Yeah, I mean, an interesting 20, but we got it. It's 20 minutes, I guess. And we're gonna have Jeff Cobb get the win. So build, I guess. As far as runner-up goes, tough call. Because at first I was gonna have Kojima win, but then I added Cobb, and I was just like, yeah, he should probably get the win. We could have it beat Juice. Just be the final elimination. Most eliminations will be for Cobb as well. We'll have Alexander be a finalist, and we'll have Fale be a finalist. There you go. We got our final four, we got our winner. Bushi's very pissed. Great. Who else is gonna be pissed? Oh, Jeff. Juice is pissed. Okay, Juice was a little unhappy about it. Oh, Rocky's pissed. Who knew this was gonna be such a political affair? Fucking New Japan Rumble. Yeah, at least Jeff Cobb's a savage. I guess. No, Tiger Mask. I don't even know why I'm trying to sway a lot of these fuckers. At least we got Tiger Mask 4 to be a little bit on the good side here. Man, I can't believe it. Like, all this, just waiting for these shows, and it's finally fucking here. Very nervous. Very nervous to see how this one plays out. We'll run it. See how the Rumble does. It gets a 59. There we go. New Japan Rumble winner. Sold out Tokyo Dome. Openers of 49. So that was the one match I was kind of nervous about, because it was going to be a technical masterclass, but everybody did pretty well, besides Master Wato. That was the one guy I was kind of nervous about. Yeah, you know, it was an elimination match, which probably wouldn't have been. I always forget that the default of the multi-man matches is elimination. Probably would have been a one-fall contest, but that's okay. And it was a little too short. Wow, that's interesting. It was a 60 for the first blood match, as Suzuki gets the win. He gets busted open with a sleeper. That's definitely not how that would have went. Definitely a gotch-style pile driver on a chair would have opened that one up, but a little too short as well. I had a feeling about that, but I just, you know, obviously it's the opener. Didn't want to throw a 20-minute match, like second match on the card. I guess I should have. But I got a 60 though. I was a little nervous because it was going to be a gimmick match, but nice to see the first blood match works well. So that's cool. 62. Oh, a dislocated vertebrae for Pentagon Jr. I'm assuming he will not be able to defend his title now. So that sucks, as in 12:41, Ray Phoenix gets the win with the package pile driver foot stomp combo. That's their, I don't know how their actual defense is. I think it's up to 6th. I think it's their 6th defense. Might be 5th. Obviously, their reign's all fucked, but Phoenix was the best guy in the match, followed by Ishimori, then Pentagon Jr., and then El Fantasmo stinks up the joint, as he was off his game, too. Yeah, dislocated vertebrae does not sound good. A 74 for the 6-man, as LIJ get the win, beating Dark Order in 1731, as Shingo with the pumping bomber on Evil in 1731, as another match is a little too short. That's alright, as 77 for Sonata, 75 for Brody and Hiromu, 76 for Shingo, and 67 for Evil, and Black Torso 58. He's almost there. Black Door's almost there. 78 for the tag title matchup, as the Young Bucks have done it. Even though it's close, slightly got outperformed. It helps that Goto was off his game. The Young Bucks are your new IWGP Tag Team Champions, as Nick Jackson wins with a 450 splash. Not hitting the Meltzer driver, I guess. As then the Never Open Weight title match, God bless Zack Sabre Jr., as Miro again. Well, I don't know why he does not win with the game over, but he gets the win in 22-18. We'll just say it's the game over, because I'm tired of him winning with the Bullplex. So Miro is the new Never Open Weight champion. God bless Zack Sabre Jr. Getting an 85. Just a fucking savage and a half. And the segment gets a 58. Tanahashi challenging Miro to a title match, returning. Go Ace. As the Jay White Okada match is an 84. It's Okada with the Rainmaker in 23:41. Deserved better announcing as Okada overcomes the interference and the distraction from Geto, avenging that loss and getting a big win, and then challenges Kento, which that gets a 70. Good stuff. Figured it wouldn't outperform a match, but figured give it a shot. The match is an 85 in the main event. Kota Ibushi defeats Tetsuya Naito in 30:52. I think the actual match went like 31.5 minutes, so it did pretty close to what it did in real life. So Kota Ibushi is the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He doesn't outperform him. He would have if he was not off his game. Fun match, though. Fun main event. And a sold-out Tokyo Dome crowd. Yeah, it's that good thing that was a post-show angle and not the main event angle. Good shit. It's an 84. I was hoping for that 85. At least, the main event delivered, the co-main event delivered. Could have flipped the Bucks and Miro and Zack, but other than that, I'm very, very happy with the card. Everything delivered. I knew the opener was going to probably have to suffer because of the technical masterclass. I could have probably had Suzuki and Makabe do it instead. But I love that match did pretty well. That warms my heart. That was a bit of a love letter to the old guard. Throwing them out there, having an actual marquee match on the main show. And really, Suzuki, as a whole, never really had, I think, that big moment where he won at like a Wrestle Kingdom. He's had some big-time moments and big-time matches. As far as the Shingo match comes to mind, and what was it? No, it was Goto. The Never Boy title match where he shaved his head. That match was really fun. He's had some very good main event and co-main event matches on Wrestle Kingdom before, and just never came out as the winner. I wanted to give him a win. But all in all, a lot of changing of the guard here. A lot of titles changed hands, but one, the Junior Heavyweight Tag Title match. But yeah, we got new Never Heavyweight Champ, new Tag Champs, and Heavyweight Champ. Just a big changing of the guard this show. A lot of fun, though. A lot of fun. Man, obviously we want to put over Zack for what he did with the Miro match. Probably should put over Okada. Another guy who carried someone. And, I'm not really sure who else to put over. Minoru Suzuki. He's getting a hug. Way to go. Pretty fun, pretty fun. Alright, so obviously now day 2, we'll go through the card. Hopefully the Lucha Brothers match is able to happen. Not really sure, as far as how that's going to go with a dislocated vertebrae. I'm assuming he won't be able to perform. Maybe he will. Who knows? Who fucking knows? But we have a lot of big-time matches lined up. So we have, let's see, pay request for Filthy Time. Curious to see how they thought of Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, struck gold. So for the card here, as well, guess the easiest way to go about this is do a little magic here. So, I think it's actually down here. Never mind. Yeah, it is. I'm an idiot. I was thinking I have to carry something over. There we go. So the Turmoil match, you see who's going to win that, as it's going to be Tomato Fin Juice who will be getting the win. Not sure how it's going to play out, but at some point, obviously, I think we're going to have 6 teams. I think that's fair there, as then we can go on to the actual graphics here. So what might happen, we'll just kind of take a look and see if it will be happening. It will not be happening, as, Pentagon Jr. is out for 6 months. How fun. So, we'll have to do something with that Junior Heavyweight Tag Title match now. As for now, what would have been a potential champion versus champion match is now a New Japan Strong Openweight title match. Zack Sabre Jr. is going to take on Alex Shelley. That's going to be very, very fun to see. It's going to be a technical masterclass match. It should be a banger. Should be. As far as that goes. We're going to have God versus the Young Bucks for the Bucks' first defense. So the reason why this match is happening, obviously God lost to the Bucks during the Tag League, but God did beat the former tag champs, so they would have gotten this match, depending on who would have won. It wouldn't have mattered. It still would have been God versus the tag champs. So that's fun, and obviously former BC action, and obviously now Golden Elite being a thing. As far as Pac and Ryu Lee is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title matchup. It's going to be very, very fun. We would have had like a Death Triangle, Mexa Blood thing going on, but obviously now, not sure what's going to happen with that. If we're going to have, somebody else involved in that Junior Heavyweight tag match now. Poor Lucha Brothers had a hell of a reign, and then an injury kind of cost everything. So that sucks. But we'll figure something out. So the Never Open Weight title match of Hiroshi Tanahashi and Miro, as Miro looking to make his first defense as Never Open Weight champion. Hiroshi Tanahashi looking to get the belt back they never lost. And that should be a very fun match. Excited to see how that one plays out. In the co-main event for the U.S. title, Kenta looks to defeat Kazuchika Okada, and Kazuchika Okada looks to become the new IWGP US champion. As that should be a very fun match. Those two had a pretty great G1 match from what I remember, and obviously Okada's been killing it. Kenta's been doing really well. Should be a banger of a co-main. Could even do better than this main event here, as it is for the IWGP Intercontinental title. The two losers of Night 1 look to main event Night 2. And, should be an interesting matchup, to say the least, as far as, Naito looking to bounce back after losing in the big match, in the big moment. And looking to at least he had his big time moment in Wrestle Kingdom, for Wrestle Kingdom 14, but now 15, looking to fend off Jay White. And Jay White's looking to shake off that loss from Kazuchika Okada and look to become the Intercontinental Champion again. They've had a match before in the mod. It was Wrestling Dutaku, which was funny because it was a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom 14, and now the match is happening because Jay White won the G1, which I forget how that rating was. I guess we could take a look real quick while we're here. I don't know why I clicked on teams. Don't mind me. As we'll take a look here and the defenses. I got an 80. I'm assuming it's going to do a little bit better this time around. Not really sure as far as how that's going to go. We'll look at the belts. Oh, it's still an 88. Looks like. Yep, still an 88. That makes sense because it wasn't an 85. Or it wasn't anything above an 88. And, trying to think if this... Nope, that didn't improve either. Did anything improve from switching hands? Never Open Weight title did. There we go. So that's fun. I want to make sure everything is pre-booked. It is. Perfect. I do want to change one thing as far as the Golden Elite. Change their logo now. If I remember, hopefully I put it in here. I think I did. Yep. Sure did. Perfect. Alright. Cool. As I think that's all I have to do. Don't think I have to do anything else. We can, run the show. Not sure what I'm going to do with that Junior Heavyweight Tag title match, but I'll figure something out, I'm sure. New Japan World, EVSI again. Yes. Assuming it's going to still be a sellout. Yep. As, we have backstage incident. Wow, we got a lot of people. Liger gave the locker room a lift as he unveiled a series of spot-on impressions of his colleagues. Elliott and David Boy Smith Jr. right in the backstage area simply by being so cheerful and fun to be around. And then Ishii passing on tips on microphone work to Tomoya Harada as the main event, of course. Jay White, Naito. As Naito's going to get the win, even with the distraction from Geto. Poor night for Jay White, but Naito gets a nice win there. It's going to go 28 minutes. So afterwards, Tetsuya Naito, closing out the show, going through his whole spiel. Out comes Hiromu Takahashi, and he's challenging Tetsuya Naito, his stablemate, into a IWGP Intercontinental title match. Looking to get that win, and Naito accepts for a new beginning. So we have a new beginning match set up. We're already setting up matches, which is great to see. So now for the rest of the card. Okada and Kenta, co-main. Okada's going to get the win. We have a new U.S. champion, as that match should be a banger. Hell yeah. And as far as I want to bring up the card to make sure I'm not fucking shit up here. So yeah, it's Miro and Tanahashi next. So Miro's going to get the win. That's a big time win. That is, yeah, and Tanahashi's going to be furious about that one. I figured so. That one I saw coming. And then Pac and Ryu Lee for the junior heavyweight title match, and Pac will be getting the win, new junior champ, and Pac, which that match should bang as well. And then we're gonna have the tag title matchup of the Young Bucks in Guerrillas of Destiny, which we're gonna set for Steal the Show, and Matt Jackson's gonna get his first defense for the Young Bucks. Good stuff there. Then Shelly and Zack Sabre Jr. Technical Masterclass, going to go 20 minutes there. And Zack's going to get the win. So he lost the championship one night, he gains another in the next night. What a lucky bastard. I love how it's Wrestle Kingdom Night 215 instead of Wrestle Kingdom 15 Night 2. That's going to drive me nuts. Let's just change that. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it's fine here, but for some odd reason, it's fucked up. Oh, because I see what's wrong. It's because it's labeled that. Alright. Nonetheless, it's fine. So the opener, which will not be that anymore. Or not the opener, the match that's going on after the opener. So, do we vacate the belts? I think we have to. There's really no choice. Yeah, that was their 6th defense, was correct on that. Yeah, I wish you can edit reigns. Again, that's another thing, TEW. I don't know why they have to be so dumb and things like that. So we'll have to... Because, I mean, I guess we could have Pac do double duty. Guess we could do that. Go with Freebird rules. I guess we could do that. I'd say we vacate the belts. Yep, that's gonna be all fucked up. That junior heavyweight title match picture is gonna be all fucked up. All types of fucked up. As it will go here. So basically, with Mexa Blood, well, do Francesco and Eagles against Mexa Blood. Or as Flamita. As we're gonna have Rob Eagles get the win, as he is going to be beating Rey Horus. And we have new junior tag champs. Talk about some lucky sons of bitches in the Chaos team of Francesco and Eagles. We're really scrambling. Had to scramble and make that happen. We got it. What do we need done? Oh, yes. We need to add the pre-show of Tandamando in the Tokyo Cyber Squad. We're going to have Hana Kimura get the win. Saya, and hopefully, oh, yep, pre-show match. Good stuff. So, now we're gonna have this never open weight 6-man, the gauntlet match. I think we're gonna have, as far as the first team to come out, I think we're gonna have a Bullet Club team of Fale, Yujiro, and let's see here. Who's going to be the last Bullet Club guy? Because it's either going to be... I guess it could be Hikuleu. Against the 6-man team of... I think we're going to do a Chaos one. think we're gonna do Nichols. Actually, I know what we're gonna do. Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, and Tomohiro Ishii. That's 12 minutes. Goto's gonna beat Hikuleu. He'll beat Yujiro. There we go. Just gonna win for Goto. And the next 6-man team. I'll just bring back the Kyak Pitbulls. Oh, it's because it's already booked. There we go. And Yoshihashi. Against the team of... and maybe Suzuki-gun. Let's do Davey Boy. Actually, do let's do Team Filthy. Alexander. Yeah. 10 minutes. We're gonna have Yoshihashi beat Daniel Garcia. Poor Daniel Garcia. Poor Daniel Garcia. And the next 6-man matchup. We're gonna have Ishii, Goto, and Yoshihashi. And we're gonna do Suzuki-gun of Suzuki, Davey Boy, and Taichi. And the Suzuki-gun team's gonna get the win, as Taichi will be beating Yoshihashi. Hopefully nobody gets hurt throughout this sequence, or this would be pretty hilarious. So we got 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th team being the champions. Actually, no, well, the champions go on last, so we're going to have Tomato Finjuice. And Nora Suzuki. David Boy Smith Jr. And then, of course, Taichi. "12 minutes, I will have Juice beat Davey Boy, I guess. And finally, the last match of the gauntlet. As we might change some of those times as well. It's kind of getting crazy. It will be the champions of the Disciples of Darkness. Wait a minute, hold on. Why did they say they didn't have any belts? Yeah, I was about to say, they do. It's, yeah. Weird. Disciples of Darkness and Calvin Tankman. Or as said, in Black Taurus, rather. It's Juice, Kaji, and Dave Finley Jr. Sure, is it the wrong team winning? Yeah. But it's fucking Tomato Finjuice. Is they gonna get the win? See, never went 6-man. Champs. Juice. Actually, now who am I kidding? Kaji Tomato. Pulling the upset of the century over Calvin Tankman. Out of nowhere. Let's do a flash bid. You're never avoid 6-man champs. Right there. Boy, oh boy, a lot going on. Much, more compact night compared to the last night, but should be pretty fun though, nonetheless, hopefully. Fingers fucking crossed. We'll look and see. So just kind of, Tomato Finjuice has been used too much. Same thing with Yoshihashi and Taichi. And Liger as well, as being used too much as a road agent. of Shibata. That fix that. Okay, so we're gonna change some of the time. This doesn't have to go 10 minutes, so this can go 10. Actually, less than that. 8. Yeah, and then, 8 again. Yeah, this could go 12, and yeah, then that's fine for the rest. Alright. So, yeah. Fucking Pentagon Jr. A damn shame. I guess we can have an angle where they vacate the belts. Brothers. Vacate the junior tag belts. Chaos. Francesco. Eagles will be in the match. Oh. I guess we don't have to add all that. Just for something for them to do at least. Pentagon Jr. Hey, Phoenix, I knew someone was going to get hurt. You know, knew it was going to happen. Just sucks it had to happen the day before they defend the belts again. They would have successfully defended the belts too, by the way. They would have kept the reign going. Which is pretty nuts to think about. Again, we just want to make sure everything's cool. Yep. Alrighty. Let's run the show. As I mean, yeah, oh boy. They were not happy with seeing the girls. At least they did well, though. Yeah. Hana Kimura pinning Saya Kamatani with the missile dropkick in 12:49. Damn sexist bastards. As Chaos beating Bullet Club in the first of the 5, or the first of the 6, well, 2 of the 6, Jesus. All over the place. First of the 5 matches, I was trying to say. It's Goto pinning Yujiro with the GTR. It's Ishii with the 83. Really carrying that match. And a 60 in the next match. Got Dan Garcia outperforming Yoshihashi. It's Ishii again, killing it. It's Yoshihashi tapping out Dan Garcia with the cross arm bar. In 8:23. The 62, we keep on getting better and better. I love that. It's Taichi tapping out Yoshihashi with the Doji Kujiwara, as that's a big win for Taichi. They did the same as far as Taichi and Yoshihashi. Thank God nobody's gotten hurt. And then out come Tomato Finjuice, and down goes the rating of this, thanks to David Finlay Jr. As Juice pins David Boy Smith Jr. with the Pulp Friction in 12:30. Suzuki was the second best guy in the match. As Juice was the best guy in the match. In the main event, the last of the 5, and the last of the Never Always 6-man gauntlet, the Turmoil, whatever you want to call it, Kaiji Yamato with the quick roll up over Calvin Tankman, and a 53. We have new Never Always 6-man tag team champions in Tomato Finjuice. Juice with the 66, Calvin Tankman with the 64, 60 for Will Hobbs, 56 for Black Taurus, 55 for Kaiji Yamato, and 32 for Dave Finlay Jr. As that angle gets a 44, the Lucha Brothers vacating their belts. It's a 50 for the junior tag title matchup. A wrong team won. Should have been Ray Ors and Flamita, but that's alright. It's the Warp 45 for Robbie Eagles as he pins Ray Horace. At least Eagles pins Ray Horace and was the best of the was the better guy there. So that got a 50. Not great. Definitely night 2 would definitely be worse than night 1. I know that much. But this match, what a match. Zack Sabre Jr. gets the win. As hooray, another year, surely this. As Zack Sabre Jr. is the new New Japan Strong Openweight Champion. As both guys did a 73. What a fucking match. What a match indeed. As G.O.D. against the Young Bucks. As G.O.D. get their 5 seconds of fame, if you will. Losing to the Young Bucks in this pretty big marquee match that gets a 72. God bless Nick Jackson. Is all I can say there. Matt Jackson with a 63. Not great, but Nick Jackson has been killing it. That's his first defense. Gets the one with the Meltzer driver. Has a 77 for Pac and Ryu Lee. It's Pac with the Shooting Star Press. No need for the Black Arrow, I guess. And he is the new Junior Heavyweight Champion in 25:59. a big win there. It's a 75 for Tanahashi Miro. Pretty close, but obviously I figured Miro was going to get the loss, or was going to get outperformed. But Miro, with the game over, thank God at least he used the game over. And 26:05, that's his first defense of the Neverboy title. It's God's favorite champion. Keeping it going at 84. Fucking Shinpei Nogami. What else am I supposed to do as far as he's the best announcer that we probably could have as far as in Japanese pro wrestling? Nothing more I could have asked for between Okada and Genta, and just, I want to see what else. Anything else fuck this matchup? Just poor announcing. God damn it. Should have been an 85+, but that's okay. We'll see if the main event hopefully delivers. It does not. It's a 77 main event. Tetsuya Naito beats Jay White in 28:09. Gets the win to Destino, even with distraction from Geto. Naito makes his 4th defense of the Intercontinental title. After the show, Hiromu Takahashi challenges Tetsuya Naito after he does a spiel, thanking everyone for coming out for the 2nd night of Wrestle Kingdom, and grants the championship challenge, and we have a main event for a New Beginning show, and Tetsuya Naito versus Hiromu Takahashi for the Intercontinental title. Should be quite the match. It's a 78. 78. Obviously if Okada and Geta was the main, would have been way, way better of a show, but just a lot going on there. Had a lot going on. The Lucha Brothers not being able to have their match. I mean, you would have seen how good that match would have been. But once really that strong openweight title match happened, everything else was pretty much golden after that. I thought about switching the Bucks and GOD, but I didn't. Probably should have, but that's alright. You kind of live and you learn. Because really, the idea was to maybe have Pac Riley do the Steal the Show match instead. But that's alright. It's no big deal. It's not a huge blow, but, all in all, pretty fun shows. Obviously, the first show, I think, kind of had that spark to it as far as having the, I think everything flowing as well as it did. With Jay White being the main, definitely scared me a little bit compared to Ibushi and Naito as well. That was definitely a thing, but as far as, we're going to put over Tanahashi to try to get him as, I don't know why, I went with the T first. What an idiot. And so, with that, I will go with Pac. Next one. And, trying to think who else to put over. Trying to think. I guess Nick Jackson for what he did in the tag title match. Just trying to get everybody over. We're not done yet. We have one more to go through as far as it is the New Year's Dash show, and I cannot wait to see what all unfolds on that show. We got a lot cooking. And I'm very, very nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. And it should be a fun little show, all things considered. And I am going to take some time to make sure that everything's pre-booked and everything, because I don't think everything is. And then we'll run the show. Alright, it's got us at the Tokyo Dome. Don't think that is where we're going to be running this show. But that would be very funny if we did. Just back-to-back nights at Tokyo Dome would be pretty crazy. Yeah, I didn't really... Because it's not really like a normal show, but I guess it would be lesser. It would kind of be what it would be. As a New Japan World and TV Asahi there. Backstage Incident. Liger again being a fucking pal and a half. So we got a lot going on. We have a lot going on. So, as far as where we should run the show, definitely not in, as far as where we can't even run it. So I guess we can run this at a Super Arena. That'd be crazy. We might just do that. We could run Budokan, I guess. When you can just kind of run Budokan, even you don't even want to. You just at a fucking New Year's Dash show. So there's a lot going on with this show. The main event, I think, is this Chaos. Actually, the main event's the Golden Elite versus Lij. This 6-man's crazy. As Shingo's going to get the win. He's going to beat Matt Jackson, which is going to lead to a Young Bucks Lij tag title matchup. So there's that. Chaos versus Shotaro Shino and what will now become Task Force Death. So basically what's going to happen is Death Triangle's turning into Task Force Death, which is going to be led by Shotaro Shino. And you see there, Joe Doring will be joining the stable as he's going to attack Okada. And that will cause the interference there, hopefully. I have that as that is the finish. I'm going to make sure just to double check and make it as the interference as well. That way it works out. I had a feeling that was going to happen. As we'll have Okada. We're really trying to make a star here, Okada. So we got a lot going on there. You know, as far as Task Force Death becoming a thing. Just felt like we need to do that as far as now that it's just Pac and Phoenix in the next couple of months. Felt like we needed a new stable too. And we're not just going to get one new stable. We're getting two. As Zack Sabre Jr. is leaving Suzuki-gun. He's turning his back. You see there. He's now a part of United Empire. As we were just pissing off so many people this show. That's what you gotta do to make some stars. You gotta get people upset as Zack's United Empire is gonna hit the ring. As of right now, the United Empire is this. It's Katsuya Kinemura, Great Khan, Corey Jarvis, Daniel Makabe. They'll be joining, as far as two new members, will be joining relatively soon. Maybe not relatively, because obviously we've got the Fantastica Mania happening and whatnot, so probably a couple of months down the line, actually, but as of right now, this is the United Empire. We got someone from the UK, got two people from Japan, got two people from Canada as of right now. We're going to be adding, hopefully, more people as well, but, you know, Zack just kind of is tired of being second fiddle. He feels like he should be his own guy. He should be the leader, and that's what he's doing. He's making an empire. As at first, he was gonna have someone kind of. It was either gonna be Taka or maybe even Dick Togo or somebody, kind of be the manager, just being like, I've been scouting talent, while Zack's been uninterested in being a part of Suzuki-gun, and this is kind of what he's established. But felt like it'd be kind of be crazy, just out of nowhere, all these people. And we're wanting, obviously, United Empire to be more technically based, but you got Katsuya Kinemura in there. You got. Having Kinemura in there with Great Okada, they teamed for a little bit. It's like a Young Lion team. Forget what they were called. I think they were called like Monster Bash or something like that. I think they actually still might be a team in the database. That's why I was looking to see. Yeah, Monster Rage. That's what it was. It'll probably be something else. I'm not sure what it will be, but as of right now. That is the muscle of the United Empire. It's going to be interesting, because that's a lot of young guys thrown in there. There's a lot of, obviously Great Khan coming off of an excursion. Kinemura hasn't been in New Japan in a while. Obviously Makabe and Corey Jarvis hasn't even done anything as far as that goes. Makabe's been good. Daniel Makabe, as he's been good as far as on strong tapings and whatnot. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting how that plays out. And we're also going to have something else happen, as the Never Avoid 6-man title matchup. Toa Yano is going to get the win for his Chaos team. They're going to be the champs, as afterwards, Tomato Juice is going to kick out the Finn of Tomato Finn Juice. We got a lot going on. A lot of stuff changing. Tomato Finn Juice just, really Tomato Juice just sick of Dave Finlay Jr., and they kick him out for just being the worst, is what that comes down to. Yeah, we got a lot going on, and we still have some more to book. I didn't know how far along I was going to go as far as time-wise, but we've got a lot happening. We could do something with Kenta and Jay White, I'm sure, having something for them as far as, getting something for them to do. We could do Disciples of Darkness, do GOD, if we want to do that. That'd be kind of weird, obviously. Yeah, I think go with Disciples of Darkness. I've never done this before. As 16 minutes, we'll have Jay White, just because Jay's not a lot's gone his way so far, as for Jay White, but nice little bounce back match for him on this show. We'll put that there. Yeah, that just kind of, we still have one more thing to book. Not sure what it will be. I think another 6-man. I think a little Kojima, Hayato Tamura, and Tenzan match to open up the show. There's Tenzan, and then we'll do 1 or 8, as Kento. I really want to give Hayato Tamura a win. You have no idea. What's his experience at now? Damn, so it's still at a 21 on the experience, so. But he'll definitely go through, the trial, where he'll probably lose a good bit of those singles matches, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm fucking ready to crown him so many championships. This is what is going to be in stake for Hayato Tamura. As for this night, Kojima will be getting the win, so he'll be beating Kento Koben. There we go. Tactical Masterclass. Alright, so I think we just need to steal the show match. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot going on. That is for sure. I'll have to change all that. As far as moving this back up to there. But yeah, Zack's United Empire angle, we're going to bump that down to 2 minutes, because that's just, oof. But what a beatdown, though. What a spot for those guys. So let's run the show here. Let's see how it's going to go. There's a 52 for the opener, as Kojima pinning Kento Koben with the reverse pile driver, not even with a lariat or anything, as Taguchi with a 56, Hayato Tamura with a 56. That's so awesome. As Kojima with a 53, 43 for Kento Koben, 39 for Tenzan, and 29 for Master Wato. It's so crazy. Hayato Tamura is still in a young lion phase, and he's almost doubled what Master Wato's doing. So 68 for the Never Openweight 6-man title match, as Yano pins David Finlay Jr. Yano with the CAC Pitbulls are your new Never Openweight 6-man champions. I mean, that's their third reign as far as the CAC Pitbulls, just in this series alone. It's just nuts. They're just so awesome. This is definitely the best version, I think, of that 6-man team of a Chaos team. As far as it's equal. It's not like it was Chaos, Rocky, and whatever. I really think this is probably one of the best variations of that, because it's good all across the board. Good stuff, though. Except for Dave Finlay Jr.'s bitch ass, as he is kicked out of Tomato Fin Juice. Tomato Fin Juice no more. It's just tomato juice. Fuck off, Dave Finlay Jr. It's a 71 for Zack and Minoru Suzuki for the final time, as they lose to Miro and Makabe, as Miro taps out Suzuki the game over. Zack turns on Suzuki, leaves him high and dry, and out come the United Empire for the beatdown. Man, I mean, Zack's going to have serious back pain carrying that stable for a long time, but hopefully they get rocking and rolling, though. That's very much the project for 2021, is how we're going to book them. As in the 78, about to say 28, the 78 for Jay White and Kenta against the Disciples of Darkness. Is Jay White with the Blade Runner in 16-14 over the Disciples of Darkness. Kenta with a 79, 66 for Jay White, 58 for Calvin Tankman, and 57 for Will Hobbs. As a 52. Oof. Don't know what happened there. Oh, they just hated the ending because of the run-in finish. Great. Well, that sucks. But Task Force Death gets the win, thanks to Joe Doring's interference, as Shitoro Shino getting the win, thanks to the interference as well. Fucking Puro crowd killing me. But that's what a fun team though that is. And Task Force Death with Ishino, Joe Doring, Pac, Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr. 2 thumbs up for me, as Robbie Eagles off his game too. But the champs losing out against the challengers. Well, one champion in Pac. It's an 82 main event. Los Ingobernables de Japón beat Golden Elite as Shingo hitting the last with the Dragon on Matt Jackson in 1947. As an 81 for Ibushi. Best guy in the match. Hell yeah. Heavyweight champion doing great already. And then Shingo with a 75 for Naito, 71 for Nick and Sonata, and a 61 for Matt Jackson. It's both Sonata and Nick Jackson off their game. They still did the same. Yeah, I mean, that was a fun New Year's Dash show. We got a lot going on. We really flipped New Japan upside down with a lot of this. Zach's out of Suzuki-gun. Tamada Fenjuice is no more. We got new Never Boy 6-man champs. They were champs for a day. Tamada Fenjuice. Task Force Death. So Death Triangle has been repackaged into Task Force Death. And, the tag champs losing. And also the U.S. champ losing. Thanks to interference. That was just... it's crazy that we had such a show like this, and now we have just Fantastica Mania to plug. We got to come back with New Beginning, and that should be very, very fun and very, very exciting, though. That is for sure. And also, too, let's say Ibushi and Pac retain their belts at New Beginning. Not sure what's going on between that picture as well, as far as those two guys. But no matter if they keep their belts, the anniversary show, that match, Kota Ibushi and Pac. Double thumbs up here. That's going to be sick. Thank you all for watching. What an episode. I mean, we had a lot going on. Obviously, Wrestle Kingdom. I definitely prefer the one night. And, the 2 nights was a fun thing. But definitely now going forward, it's going to be one night. It was just a one-time deal to celebrate the 15 years of Wrestle Kingdom. And now we'll go back to the one-night deal. And we got to change a lot of the schedule, too. Obviously... the G1 will be going back into the summer and, kind of switching back everything else. So we'll be back into kind of the quote-unquote normal schedule for New Japan, which should be pretty exciting. But, yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to put together. And now to Fantastica Mania, which I think we're only going to do 4 shows? Yeah. Kind of ran out of space as far as that goes. But we got the New Beginning and US show, which I think it's going to be Joe Doring and Okada. I think that's what we're going to do for the main there. And then we'll probably do Ishino and Okada at either New Beginning in Osaka or Sapporo. We'll probably also do New Beginning in Sapporo. Probably the tag champs of Young Bucks against Sonata and Shingo. Got a lot going on. That's for sure. But yeah, and then it's the anniversary show, and then we're back where we started with the New Japan Cup, which pretty fun, pretty exciting that we've made it so far. We've done a really good job. We're up to 7 million thanks to that Wrestle Kingdom show, and we even had to pay Tanahashi over probably close to $50,000. Actually, more than that, probably $500,000. So that's fun. But hopefully, we'll still make money this. As far as for this month, we should. I don't see how we blow $2 million, but you never know, I guess. But thank you all, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.